In this course, we're going to learn how to trade tennis matches using the third set winner strategy. It's important to note, like all strategies and any courses that we run so far, this is not going to be a set of definitive rules that you can then put into a bot, automate it and become a millionaire, because that doesn't work. What you'll get instead is a lot of helpful advice and recommendations and guidelines on how to improve your success with this strategy. So what is it? Let's understand it first. It's a nice easy peasy strategy. What we're saying is that when the score in a 3-set match, so we're not looking at 5-set matches here in the men's game, when the score reaches 1 set all, you back the favourite to win. Why the favourite? Because overwhelmingly in all matches, the favourite wins most matches. And it follows that if the favourite goes on to win the match, the 3rd set, then you win. And if the favourite looks like losing that set and therefore the match, you get out. So you don't hang around for them to lose the match. It's not a case of putting a trade on and wandering off and doing something else. You have to follow the 3rd set through to completion. And if the favourite looks like they're going to lose, then you hedge for a small loss. And it's important to stress that your losses need to be smaller than your potential wins. And that's it. It's a really straightforward strategy. The only bugbear, of course, is that you've got to wait until a match reaches 1 set all. And as we'll learn as the course progresses, you don't trade every match that gets to 1 set all. But why are we only trading the 3rd set? Well, there are 3 compelling reasons. The first one is that the odds on the favourite will be higher at 1 set all than they were at the start of the match. You can therefore back a strong favourite for a much better price. So if before the match started you really wanted to back a player but their odds were too short to make it worth your while, then if they're taken to the 3rd set, the price will be better, your entry price will be better. And if you get a better entry price, of course, your payout's going to be better. Now, the favourite wins most 3-set matches, but to make money, you'll need to choose your matches carefully, and we'll go into that in a bit of detail very shortly. But first, let's have a look and show you how the odds can move in a 3-set match compared to their starting odds. So we've got the underdog here in red and the favourite in green, and as you can see, this, by the way, is a plot of their odds randomly taken at the beginning of each game throughout the match. And you can see that at the start of the match the underdog's odds were around about 4.5, something like that, and the favourite's odds around here were 1.27. They lost the 1st set, so their odds went up to 2.82, and then they won the 2nd set to level it, and their odds went to 1.5. And you can see that the difference between 1.5 and 1.27 is quite significant. And of course that matters on the payout. So let's have a look at the maths involved in whether you back that player at the beginning of the match as opposed to at 1 set all. Let's take an example of a £100 trade. You would back them at the start of the match at the odds of 1.27, and if they won the match, you'd make £27. And in this example, the match went to 1 set all. The odds for the favourite went up at 1 set all to 1.5. Now it's the same player in the same match. The score is exactly the same. It's the same as 0-0 at the beginning of the match, 1 set all at the beginning of the 3rd. So you would then place a trade of £100, and of course this time, if they won, you'd make £50. And that's a significant uplift of about 85% on what you would have made had you traded at the beginning of the match. However, there's something you need to know. How often does the favourite win the 3rd set in 3-set matches? We've already said that the favourite wins overwhelmingly the vast number of matches, but how many does the favourite win when it's 1 set all? Well, disappointingly, the average is around about 54%. That specific figure has been taken from the completed matches for men and women, excluding the 5-set matches, of course, for 2021. But I can tell you that when you go back to 2019, 18, 17, 16, it's around about the same figure. That tends to be a fairly static average. So favourites do win more matches, around about 64% of all matches, but mostly they win in 2 sets. So the key takeaway here is you've got to choose your matches carefully. What you want to do is trade the 3rd set winner strategy and win more than 54% of the time. The key to this is to finding a way to improve your chances of the favourite winning the final set. And that's what this course is about. And in lesson 2, we'll discuss some ideas for improving your chances of success.